Okay, welcome back to episode 42 of Blind Marathon Deathworld Spidertron present. Have we passed 40 hours in game yet? We're coming up close to 40 hours in game, sure. Yeah, so last time we queued a bunch of upgrades here. So all of these have got the Protmod 3 upgrades they want, which is cool. All of this is just doing its stuff, which is nice. This setup probably needs to be upgraded as well, so I can get more Protmod 3s into this. We also set up a solar node, which is kicking along, and I gave this chest a couple of radars and some more roboports and a bunch more poles, so we can extend this hopefully more easily when we need to, which isn't yet. This is just going away crafting and stuff, so I've already got a couple more. And yeah, I realized, like, I did the rocket solar research, then realized that I kinda don't need that yet because I'm not producing purple science, and I still don't really have the copper to make use of that. Like, we're just running down this buffer a bit, which is, fine, but I think what I actually want are the damage techs. Like, laser damage is going to be useful, explosives is going to help with definitely the rockets. Yeah, this... Oh, in fact, does the atomic bomb even need a damage boost? Whatever. Yeah, lasers. Because we're not really in a position to be turning the purple science back on yet. Like, first what I want is all of the blue science and red chips on Protmod 3s, and then I should probably refit these as well. Then the purple science themselves on Protmod 3s, the labs on Protmod 3s, and we're just not there yet. We got a bunch of Protmod 2s ready, which is nice, but we also just aren't getting the blue chips through because we aren't getting the red chips through because we don't have copper. And is this actually... There's a decent number of red chips coming out. This is actually putting out a decent number of red chips too. What actually is the total weight? Crafting speed 1.5, whereas all of these guys are crafting speed 1. And then I have 12 of them here. And then 24 of them here. Okay, so I'm actually still getting more out of... I'm still getting more out of these than out of this side. Anyway, the point being I need more copper. For a number of reasons I need more copper. And yeah, we've kind of built all the science builds we need. There are some upgrades, but mostly what I need is copper, which means we have to go either here or over here. Maybe both. Like, this one's going to be easier to secure because we're going to have... like maybe a wall here, maybe like a little wall here, but we'll have to push all these 3 bases. This one has more bases around, but they're all smaller, but they're both going to be a mess, and I don't have the stuff at the moment to deal with either of them. But we do have... Where is it? Have not built this yet. Can build this if I had the red and blue chips, which I kind of don't. So I think this is going to be one of the episodes running around setting up automation of things that we will soon need. So I reckon some of these want to go back to speed modules, and then some of these to efficiency modules, and let's get all of these out the way, because I need both speed modules and efficiency modules for this shiny armor and also the Spidertron. So getting some of those would be good. I need the blue circuits, I need the red chips. Where is a place I can... I think I just do that, and then this probably wants 1 stack. I want... So I need a bunch of blue chips for this, both for the armor itself and also the speed module upgrades. Personal laser defense is fantastic and requires blue chips and low density structure. Somewhere there's, yeah, this guy also needs a lot of that stuff. So, I mean, this is going to give me a lot of drone parts I don't want as well, but like they've already got a buffer. A lot of those guys don't care. Let's also grab all the LDS we can. Can I do this in a way that... Okay, so that'll do it in a way that won't have any LDS stuck in the splitter. And this gives us quite a lot of stuff. We can get the first of these. I probably want 2 of these and then also a bunch more legs. Yeah, I just need a lot of things, don't I? I need electric engines for that as well, which I think I was boxing. Was I boxing electric engines? I was boxing electric engines. Okay. Steel. Yeah, this is just going to be... Oh yeah, and lasers. Am I handcrafting all of these? I might end up handcrafting all of these. How I... yeah, it's going to be a pain to do that by hand. Let's not do that by hand. Let's just leave it to the bots. No, that's not what I wanted. You can go there and just go back into the system. Okay, so I need a lot of blue chips still, which I don't have, and then I needed steel. And, oh, this is actually the thing I should be doing second. The thing I should be doing first is re-automating explosives. That's going to take me to a total of 3. And then I need a lot of these, which take a lot of red chips and a lot of steel. So let's grab the rest of the steel, grab a lot of this, accidentally pick up some red bullets, but it's okay. And do I want 2 of these? Probably. Do I want a 4th one of these? Probably not. Yeah, we'll worry about exactly how that fits together later. But I've got to get... Again, that's also something I can worry about later, actually. These guys are doing this stuff, running out of green chips, which is, you know, sure, that's kind of what I was expecting to happen, also because I'm low on copper. But the thing I needed to do again was re-automate explosives, because I need a lot of explosives. And can I fit? Yes. Which way is the water going to come from? Something like this. Do I have chemical plants? I can make a bunch of chemical plants, fine. I don't have long inserters either. Sure. I can just do that. So this is where we're going to make explosives, because we want, you know, a lot of explosives. That's the wrong place. Let's go there. Yeah, explosives. Sure, something like that, whatever. And then let's do this straight with undergrounds. Do I have production 1 modules on me? I do not. Is it worth putting productivity module 1s in these? Coal and sulfur, I guess. Do I actually care? Maybe. Apparently enough to go and do the thing. Did I put? I did put prod mod 1s in the military science. Good. Is that entire build actually limited by military science at the moment? No, it's limited by blue science. Is it? No, it's limited by yellow science. Okay, the one that I'm completely fine with being limited by, because that's the one that needs all the stuff. It needs all the blue chips, which I stole, and it needs the copper for LDS and all those things which I don't have, so, you know, sure. That... You should be... Yeah, you guys have got explosives. And then you needed to be able to put them somewhere, so, like so. Why is my... Okay. I guess there's... Yeah, this will fit better with these ones. What was that for? Okay, doing things badly. It's fine. Yeah, because we're not actually going to make... We're not going to make anything with the explosives here. We're just going to do that. And then... How far away are all the roboports? Yeah, we do kind of need a bit more roboport coverage. Yeah, so yeah, we just make a bunch of explosives. Do I want to make cliff explosives? Let's say yes. The question is, how do I want to make cliff explosives? Sure. We don't really have anything else to do with the space, so you know, whatever. And then I also need to request grenades. Do I have grenades on me? I do not have grenades on me. Okay. Logistic request grenades of like 10. You're gonna make barrels. Where are the barrels? Here are the barrels. Then I don't have basic inserters on me. Oh well. Now, so I'm making barrels, making cliff explosives. All those things are lined up, and then I needed to make sure that somewhere I was actually putting grenades in the network, and in fact I'm not. Okay, so this one can also do double duty and put grenades in the logistics network. Fine. Let's go to some of these. Okay. This does not want to receive grenades if I have more than 20. So it's currently working, gets grenades, makes cliff explosives. I will have 20 cliff explosives, that's fine. Lots of these guys doing their thing, that's fine. Yeah, that can just build up, that'll make me happy. Lots of red chips being made, which is nice. Actually, possibly also these things having beacons are one of the things that will impact the number of red chips I have coming through. And this lane is always going to deliver fewer red chips because it's building them kind of concurrent with the blue science. So you know that can all just continue to do its thing. I mean, yeah, one grenade there, but all it's doing is the red chips. Did I make? What else do I need for this? I need just a lot more blue chips. And then the other thing I need for that is also just a lot more blue chips. Okay, I guess we're gonna do some of that, and I guess these guys. Where did they go here? Why? You've got red chips there, why are you not doing anything? Oh, because you actually don't have outputs. That's a good reason. Because I would in fact like all of those, thanks. Okay, so I've got more legs, I've got one power thing if I can get. Yeah, I need some quick nasty hacks to make some productivity 2 and well, yeah, speed 2, productivity 2 modules. Did I have some floating around over here? Have the efficiencies, which are useful but not actually what I wanted. Did I have any of the speeds up here when I emptied this other thing? Yes, cool. Okay, give me these guys. Yeah, we're gonna need all of that stuff to go and work on building the other areas. Okay, steal the red chips. Steel pretty sure I don't want. This I definitely don't want. I think I had a bunch of wood as well, but was I also... Yeah, kinda low on power poles, but not yet. Okay. Efficiency 2, speed 2. Yeah, it's about right, isn't it? And then have a bunch of these, and you can have a bunch of these, and that looks like it's about enough for 10 each. How many of them did I need? I needed 25 each. Okay, so I still do in fact need more of these things, which is fine. I mean, these are all problems that I will solve by having more copper, which I will then use to, you know, automate the stuff that I already had. Are you the same? Yeah, you did not previously have an output, now you do. Okay, fine. Do we need all this low density structure? I need 30 of it, which means... I think that, yeah, so that's going to give me enough of this. I have exactly the number of electric engines I needed, I just need more blue chips, and then those two modules. Okay, fine. So, what else did I need to automate that I wanted to use? I probably need... Let's take some steel to... Actually, let's not take steel to the flamethrowers. That's a dumb old way of doing it. Let's put steel and also these things in the logistics network, so that we can instead wander over to the flamethrower stuff, which is actually up here. That's a bit of a disaster. And have quest box, looks like it will go there, and then, you know, whatever. And then the two types of inserters that I didn't have last time and didn't bring with me, because, you know, cool. Long-handeds, where's a long-handed thing I can steal? There we go. And then I still have these, which is nice, and then this wants to request logistic request steel. Yeah, 100 steel will be enough. And then these two also want to activate on having flamethrower fuel less than, I don't know, 200 seems like a good idea. Okay, so we'll have some steel being delivered. Is steel being delivered? Steel is being delivered. Here's some steel. This chest has less than 200 flamethrower fuel, so these guys, we've now, you know, automated that flamethrower steel. Have now automated that flamethrower stuff. All of these I don't need anymore, do I? These are actually serving no purpose. Let's do this for, okay, logistic range, cool. Because what I really want is to set up the explosive kind of rockets, and I think I do that down here because they need the things that are down here. Actually, let's just, like, oh, I'm out of speed modules for these guys. Good thing I put a bunch of speed modules over here. That's probably more efficiency modules than I need. Although I am going to be extending mining soon, so that's going to be interesting too. I have a bunch of these. I will still need them for, yeah, 9. Yeah, I'm going to need more chips of both kinds. So, rockets require these things, yes, and then also explosives, and then I've got one in... Okay, apparently don't have anything in storage, fine. Oh yeah, and these guys as well, which are actually kind of expensive and are probably going to be necessary because I'm kind of planning on, or at least not necessarily planning, but anticipating that by the time I'm ready to attack this thing, I'll be spawning behemoths. And we're probably, I don't know, I mean, I've been saying that for a while. Takes more explosives. Okay, So if I do something like this, explosives goes there. Yeah, regular inserters I should have with me. Provider chest, sure. Can I make more provider chests? They're kind of useful things, and I'm kind of running low. Yeah. This now requests explosives, like 100, because it'll be, you know, I will need a lot of those. Is this actually the right ratio? 1 rocket, 8 seconds. 1 rocket, 8 seconds. Okay. It's actually 1 to 1 like this, fine. Then that's what we're going to do. But I want more than that. I would in fact like a lot of rockets, and I have some of these left. Which of these? Yeah, you can be limited by rockets less than 600. I mean, a lot of rockets are going to be useful. Can I now just go? I can. Good. Requesting a lot of things. Cool. And I don't think those. Yeah, don't plan on using those rockets anymore. Yeah, let's see how many ridge chips we have. Because I'm only like halfway through all of those things that I need. Yeah, other things that could have been done with module upgrades, but didn't. Okay, so I've got the flamethrower, I've got the rocket launcher, I've now got the fancy kind of rockets, which is fine. Let's give these guys some speed modules because they've got a backlog to work through. Let's take the rest of these rockets and also put them in here. And then I need... Am I back to just straight up needing more red chips because copper? I'm back to needing more red chips because copper. Okay. Do I have... I do have red chips in here that I'm not using, and this is a terrible way to do this, but whatever. Okay. We're doing what we can there. These aren't going to be getting any blue chips at all now, are they? Half of them are going to be going in here, and then the other half are going to be directed into the yellow science build, which is now just straight up waiting on blue chips, because we've got a lot of LDS. Can I... how much was it? Was it 30? It was in fact 30. Okay. Need a lot of blue chips, need a lot of those module upgrades. And that's just going to take... It's just going to take time to mine the copper and bring it back to the base and get all that stuff done, isn't it? Both of those copper feeds just need to be doing a thing. Okay, so how is the solar doing? Solar's pretty healthy, and there's still... Okay, so let's keep these guys working by doing... Is that going to go... That... I wasn't expecting that to fit quite so well, but it does, so sure. And then on this side, it might not fit quite that well. It in fact does not fit that well. That's fine. We can do that. I'm going to need... Yeah, I'm going to need a radar to be able to put more stuff in there. Also things that are fine. Yeah, so it's doing stuff. Actually, I might see... Let's just extend this as far as we can. Which, yeah, Roboport wrench, sure. Okay, so I get one more out of that. That's not hugely satisfying. Is that didn't work? Never mind. Okay, but I should be able to now just. Okay, those guys are doing the things that they can. Okay, what actually is the next step to prepare for? Probably taking this one first. I'll have to clear these. Landfill over here, prepare a rail line. Okay, so I guess that's all the stuff I'm doing next. How are these guys doing for... Give me these, 15 of each. Not enough yet. What are you guys doing up here? I shall have all of you. Yeah, I did pick up stone. Stone goes in there. Yeah. Let's just convert all of you guys to blue chips. Do I actually care about the research yet? I don't think I do, which means I think I just get rid of that guy. Turn all of these things into blue chips, which I just box because the other options have disappeared, and go and do some rail stuff and come back when more of this stuff has worked. Got a decent amount of rockets now, which is nice. Okay. We'll need to be crafting, I think, yeah, steel and coal. Let's just handcraft a bunch of that stuff as well, because that's going to be, I think those are going to continue to be useful. I think that, yeah, we're probably going to be, what are the rates that I wanted? Yeah, I don't need that much, don't need that many chips at all. I think the general process for how this is going to work is going to be, we're still going to have poison capsules to deal with worms, we're still going to have rockets to deal with nests, but we're going to have lasers and mine support to deal with the crowds of dudes that are running at me. That's actually all the things I needed. Okay, in that case you can have these back. That's fine. 60 of them, is 60 of them going to be enough? It's probably not, isn't it? I should probably just continue doing this kind of madness. Another 20, sure. And then I'm waiting on steel, which is another thing I have over here. Okay. We'll wait for this guy to go through, and then we'll put this here, and... Do I have bots myself? I've got 11. I wanted to go and... drifted too far and onto the wrong track. Yeah, start to think about where the rest of the rail line is going to go. Like, it's probably going to have to cut through these trees. I'll probably, I mean, I'm automating. Was there anything else I needed to be automating from the explosives? I don't think there was there? I'm now just getting a lot of explosives. Cliff explosives, fine. Grenades doing a thing. Lots more explosives than these guys are using, but that's okay. Yeah. I just need to figure out how am I just building a new, like I do like copy pasting intersections rather than having to do anything new, but also that's kind of in the way. So if I did have I do have rail on me. So I guess I have another rail spine coming up here. How much do I want to reuse this one? Do I want to reuse it at all? Can I? This is actually probably the decent idea. Can I just... And the answer looks like it might be yes. Yeah, run another rail line up here. Have this thing turn into a station. Yeah. This is going to be good enough. This is going to be completely fine. Bots are kind of slow. It's okay. That means this one wants to be a chain signal, and through here we do that. Signal here, signal here. Is that? No, it's not really enough to fit 2 trains in, but it'll be fine. That signal doesn't need to be here, it can be here. And then this is where we push the train spine north. So let's go and do that. That bit doesn't look like it has signals, this bit looks like it has signals. Is that going to be too much? Let's start with this much. Where's it going to fit? Looks like that will work. Okay, let's do this the other way. Did it get signals? It did get signals, and there's more signals up here. Yeah, this is... do I want to... I don't actually want to go that far north, do I? I want to come... or I want to swing or after these signals. I actually want to swing around to the side, like to that way pretty much. Yeah, let's do that. Because did I bring landfill? I did not bring enough landfill. That's okay. Did I press Alt? I did. I've still got that full of steam. That's fine. How is 64.5 megawatts? Okay, so it's like, you know, it's a non-trivial fraction of my total power usage. Sure. So I think also one of the other observations is I don't think I'm building train parking here at all. I think this bit of rail that's going up here is pretty much only going to be doing this. Like after I secure this bit and also this bit, that's probably all the copper I hope I need, he said, hopefully. Am I doing more with this now? So now it's green chips that are backing up, or at least not backing up, but, you know, being short. And green chips are still just doing what they can, so sure. Yeah, I think back in here. Yeah, this stretch of rail that we're building will end up also just being the parking. Let's just get rid of these guys. Okay, so that's fine. I need the cliff explosives and I need the landfill. And then I also need to check on whether or not that other suit of armor is... whether or not I have the blue chips and red chips to make the armor that I want. Yeah, it looks like maybe. It looks like this is actually backed up because I put a limit on this chest. So, other than the fact that I don't have the modules built, but I have everything else I need, I should be pretty close to being able to build the new suit of armor. And did I build the second? I did not. Okay, fine. Where am I going? It is, in fact. It's kind of this way. It's, you know, this way-ish. Okay, grab a bunch of those. Grab a bunch of these. Let's take these ones. Taking all the stuff. Can I do have enough at the moment. I need actually more low density. I need another 50 LD low density structure to get the second of the fusion things. Sure. You know what? Have just a lot more of those each. I think that's probably more than you need. But do I actually want that many more yet? I care about having a lot of efficiency 2 modules, but kind of not yet, because Spidertron's still a long way away. I only actually need another 10 of each, which means you guys got about twice as many as you needed. So, that's that dealt with. Does that mean I have... I think that does mean I have a lot of these spare, doesn't it? Which means you guys get all the red chips you might want. And yeah, give me all the blue chips. If I've got that many, then that means that yeah, this gets turned on again, and then I can pick up. That was inept. Let's quickly fix that. The other one of those, and then when I get the modules that are in the middle of upgrading, we will have that done as well. Okay, I probably also need to put a build train together. I haven't had one of those in a while, but it's going to be necessary. Yeah, those guys are getting through it. Landfill and cliff explosives were the 2 things I said I needed. I kind of have space to pick both up, so that's cool. Cliff explosives are... I mean, I could also be doing this with a request chest. That's probably the easier way to be doing things at the moment. Give me all the cliff explosives. Landfill is up here. I'm not going to have enough to do this, am I? It'll be fine. Okay. Let's head back and continue working on preparing this breach. The thing is, I still... Yeah, I want to get close, but not actually make contact, because at the point that I make contact, then it's actually fine, because I'm not polluting it yet. But when I actually have a land bridge, this will be a place that biters can come through, which is going to be a concern. So I'm going to probably, yeah, worry about exactly how that's happening later. Where are we going? We're going up this way, are we? Somewhat? That doesn't actually fit a whole train on it, so let's put it over here. Landfill. Sorry, fish. I am at a point where I don't care so much about individual fish anymore. I'm going to have to go up again. Yeah, because I kind of want to leverage the bits of land that are already there. So going up here and then like there. Yeah, just more preparation stuff. Someone want to build that last piece of rail? Thanks. There we go. Then more landfill. Oh yeah, I've got the repair packs that I said I was going to take to the walls and then didn't I? Oh well. Yep, so we're getting close now. And that means that I'm actually at a point where I have to stop and think about how I want this done, rather than just build in the general direction. Because, yeah, I think also one of the first things to want is just radar coverage of this area, because we also want to see whether or not they're expanding at all. And we've got behemoths out, which is fine. That was what we were expecting. Why have I got a train out of fuel? Oh, is this? Yeah, I kind of noticed this was a thing last time. That's the coal line is actually not. I can fix that remotely, but I'm going to go and have to visit that train, which is kind of what I was going to do anyway. Yeah. So I actually don't think I want this. I think I wanted this to go. I think I want like mine in this. I mean, this is all just nasty, isn't it? There's not actually a whole lot of stuff at all. But I probably want like a station here, mining into it, need to clear the space, need to go to work on these bases, which is going to be interesting. That's all going to be a next time thing. I think the first things are going to be, so we've done pretty much all. Really? Why? What didn't get built? Oh, there's a piece there that didn't get built. Fine. We've done about as much of the preparation as we can, other than building the suit of armor, which we're about to do. Now can I go back? Yes. Go and visit this train. Did the bots get around to fixing that piece of... They did, so you're getting fueled for the first time, which is fortunate. And yeah, we'll go and we'll build this armor, we'll fuel this train. Just go to the next one. Research is still kinda not going anywhere, because yellow science, because blue chips, because red chips, because copper, so sure. Actually, filling all this up with LES is kind of not helpful, but whatever. That copper would be more useful going into the blue chips at this point. Or the green chips. Okay. That should mean I can get this equipped, which is cool. And then, do I need these for anything else? I don't think I do. Lots of blue circuits. Okay. I don't think I need the blue circuits for anything else, so let's just do that. And yeah, we will set this armor up, which we've now got. Where's the box of? This one's kind of the box of shame, box of victory. I think this one is going to be, you know, just like things I don't need anymore. Because what I actually want to do first is, yeah, because don't want to be doing this with a full inventory of stuff, because I will drop all of it and it will be a mess. But I do want, okay, so I do still have all the stuff I wanted to equip at this point, which is cool. Okay, so now I should be able to take that off, find the shinier one, and then start to equip this guy with both of the legs, all of that stuff. These things, what do you have that I want? I want kinda... Oh yeah, battery 2s. To be honest, I'm not going to have use for those anymore. So you can just stay there and you can go into the box of victory. Whereas... Yeah, battery 2s I'm pretty sure were a thing, weren't they? Where's the night vision? That thing, which I probably won't keep. Battery 2s took... Yeah, those things. Okay, so we're going to handcraft some more of those. I think we want to handcraft another shield. Oh, legs, more legs. So if we handcraft another shield... 4 batteries, we can actually do another set of legs. which is kind of fantastic. Legs are kind of the most important thing for all of this. It is much more important to be able to dodge the spit than to be able to not have to worry about not taking the damage is far better than having shields to absorb the damage. Batteries, which I have. Where are batteries? Batteries are over here. And then LDS, of which I made far more than I needed. Okay. Don't need those. Batteries, I also needed steel. Okay, fine. Steel is another of the things that's actually kind of easy to come by at this point. And we're just going to handcraft them, because of course we are. 3... Is it batteries and more steel? 4. So that's going to be 4 battery 2s, which is fine. Lots of handcrafting. Put all the... Didn't actually use that many batteries. Where did all the batteries go? Batteries are over here. They can go back in here. Okay. What did they say I wanted? I also wanted another legs, which takes electronic... Well, oh, because I cut off the lubricant. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm putting this back now. Okay, sure. And is that what's going in this thing? I used to be better at the ratios of max output 750, max consumption 200. I think that's the main one. Like, I might not even have the personal roboport in this while I'm doing combat stuff. It's mostly going to be... So 4 of these are going to be 800, which is going to be more or less offsetting one of these, and then, yeah, okay. So that's kind of okay with that. I was going to get another shield, wasn't I? Because I had these two sitting around. Okay, what does that take? Steel, red chips, and then stuff I have. Okay. Yeah, this is going to back up if I let these things build it, isn't it? That's a shame. I kind of don't... Actually, that was not the one I wanted to get rid of. I wanted to get rid of these ones, and also these ones. Yeah, because what I wanted these engines. Okay. Still have lots of low density structure. Have some of these things that I don't want. Okay. Making all of those. Needed to make another... Do I actually want another energy shield? I'm not actually sure I want another energy shield. I could just get another... I could just get a 4th... I don't think I do. I think I just leave it like this. Maybe I get a 4th person thing, whatever. I don't really care. Let's put a bunch of the LDS back, except it's all full, so I guess we're not. How many do I need? 10. Okay, so that actually means... That was not an especially graceful way of doing that, but whatever. 10 of those. I don't need any of the LDS if I'm doing that. And then I just need the rest of the electric engines. Which I do not have yet. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it here. We're now at a point where, you know, research is kind of ticking over, which is important because it's going to be useful. And then I will think about how we do this as an assault plan, because that's kind of close. I'm going to need a lot of lasers. I'm going to need mines. I'm going to need the roboports to build the walls and do defensive things quickly. We'll come back at some point with a plan for doing that thing, and hopefully be imminently expanding our copper, because we still need to quite imminently expand the copper. In fact, none of these things are getting the upgrades they need because I'm not making the blue chips that I need in order to upgrade them. All the blue chips are just going into the yellow science. Oh well, things. Do we have... We do not yet have an attack that's spawning the behemoth biters. Can I see any green corpses? I'm not seeing any green corpses. I'm kind of okay with that. Oh yeah, this bit should have had lasers too. Oh well, never mind. We'll do that later, sometime later as well. Yeah, it's... Things are okay. We will work on securing more copper.